The big political story of the last 24 hours, the two TDP ministers at the centre resigned this evening, handing over their resignations to Prime Minister Modi in person. The Prime Minister earlier in the day spoke to Chandrababu Naidu over the phone after being unavailable for his call last night. For now, though, the TDP is still with the NDA, though it's not clear for how long.
The two TDP ministers coming out after meeting the Prime Minister. Their resignations came after their boss finally spoke to Mr. Modi for 10 minutes this evening.
Our party has directed us to resign from the government and continue with the NDA. We support the NDA and we are doing precisely that.
The story, however, had been scripted well in advance. This morning when TDP MPs came to Parliament, they all wore their Andhra pride on their sleeves.
It is not against the BJP government. I don't want to. This is a central government.
The tit-for-tat action played out in Amravati too, where the two BJP ministers, Kamineni Srinivas and P. Manikyala, resigned from Naidu's cabinet. For now, however, it's just exiting from the government. TDP's MPs will continue to be with the NDA family. But this isn't the greatest start for the BJP in an election year. The largest ally, the TDP, with 22 MPs, 16 in Lok Sabha and 16 in Rajya Sabha, is upset. Sena, its second largest ally, with 21 MPs, 18 in Lok Sabha and 3 in Rajya Sabha, is constantly threatening to leave and has already said it will fight separately. And today, the JDU in Bihar too started talking about wanting special status, the demand which led to TDP's exit.
बिहार को जब तक विशेष राज्य का दर्जा नहीं मिलेगा, बिहार का समुचित विकास नहीं हो पाएगा. आंध्र प्रदेश की मांग को भी इस मामले में उचित मानता हूं.
The breakup has left a bitter taste. But with both the Prime Minister and Amit Shah speaking to Chandrababu Naidu, the BJP still hopes for reconciliation.
हम नहीं चाहते कि गठबंधन में दरारें निर्माण हो, गठबंधन टूटे, कुछ न कुछ समाधान निश्चित रूप में निकलेगा. मैं हमेशा आशान्वित हूं कि रास्ता निकलेगा.
Chandrababu Naidu has told his party workers, his MLAs and others that there is no question of going back on his demands and that there is a possibility to even pull out of NDA completely in time to come. However, most say that he is looking at that only to prove himself as a crusader with the elections, the state elections coming up next year. He may try to prove the entire discord between Andhra Pradesh and the centre as an emotional issue and garner the much required votes. With Sunil Prabhu, Amitoj and Snigdha in Delhi and camera person Nagraju, Sneha Koshi for NDTV.
So why are the allies getting restless and what kind of political impact is that going to have? Joining us on the program tonight, Mr. Dinakar, spokesperson of the TDP, joins us from Vijayawada this evening. Mr. Anshul Verma, Lok Sabha MP of the BJP. Mr. K.C. Tyagi, General Secretary of the JDU. Mr. Pallam Raju, former Union Minister and senior Congress leader, joining us tonight. And here in the studio with us, we have Mr. Shekhar Gupta. Mr. Dinakar, let me ask you first, what has actually stopped the TDP from going the whole hog on this and pulling out of the NDA as well? Because this makes it look like Chandrababu Naidu is keeping one door open for a reconciliation. I mean, he sounds like he's very angry. He's looking very angry. But is he angry enough to completely leave the NDA?
It should be get down the facts. Most of the people and the media is propagating that due to coming election, decisions are taken by the Chandrababu. It is false and baseless. Because right from the beginning, if you observe, we entered as alliance partner with BJP for the sake of Andhra Pradesh. How the bifurcation process was taking place, entire world now. Without having proper revenue, without having a capital, with revenue deficit, the Simandhra bifurcated from United Andhra Pradesh. There is no capital, revenue deficit. There is no proper infrastructure available for industrialization. For all these requirements, some provisions mentioned in AP Reorganization Act. In order to fulfill those promises, we joined hands with BJP. After the alliance, we came to the alliance partner, we get victory both central government as well as the state government formed by the NDA partners. But for 2 years, various kind of issues they brought into the Andhra Pradesh. especially central government. 14th Finance Commission told that there is no special category status. Where 14th Finance Commission told, can you show in which page, in which point it is mentioned?
Dinakar,
We asked it several times.
we've understood the
passed
issues.
2 times unanimous resolution for special category
Mr.
status.
Dinakar, we've understood the issue. I'm asking you then, why hasn't the TDP just left the NDA? Why are you keeping this small window open?
Yes, I am telling. There is a connection, madam. 29 times Chandrababu Naidu went to Delhi for fulfilling the bifurcation promises in order to obtain funds. He met Honorable Prime Minister January 12th, 2017. In between, what happened? There is no special category status for 2017. From 2017 onwards, for any state, existing states also ceased to be in existence. They told that GST is coming. There is no kind of tax concessions will be given to any state.
Mr. Dinakar,
But
sorry to interrupt you, but
we believe that we
if you can
trust
come to the
whatever
point,
central
I'm
government
asking
told.
you.
They offered.
We
they
know the
offered
history.
1 minute.
We know the
yeah,
history.
I am coming.
So
There
why
is
don't
a
you leave
connection,
the
madam.
NDA?
There is a connection. No, not history. Here connection is there. They offered special central assistance, but within 1.5 years, nothing has been delivered from special central assistance. They told us that equivalent to the special category status, we extend those benefits in special central assistance, but nothing has been delivered for 1.5 years. We want to request our Chandrababu Naidu Garu on January 12th, 2018, went to the Honorable Prime Minister. He expressed his displeasure. He explained 19 points regarding to the bifurcation promises as mentioned in the Act, the IP Reagnation Act, as promises given by the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji on the floor of House, and Finance Minister
But
Arun
Mr.
Jaitley ji,
Dinakar, I'm
whatever
coming to the same question.
things he
We know the
explained in
history
special
of what
central
happened.
assistance, nothing has
Can
been
you
come.
please answer
We
my
asked,
question,
nothing
Mr.
has been
Dinakar?
delivered. It is the time we have taken decision.
Why? No, but why aren't you leaving the NDA? Why just the government?
I am giving it. Yeah, this is the reason. Nothing has been delivered. You have
But you're
given
still in the
alternative
NDA.
mechanism for special category status as special central
But
assistance. Nothing has been delivered.
Should we infer that the very fact that you are still in the NDA means that you may continue to be with the NDA in the general elections?
It is a gesture. Step-by-step process will be there. We have given our gesture. First, we want to speak openly with freedom. We need to come out from the government. That's why our ministers get resigned today. We are seeing
you're
that
saying it's a step-by-step process.
This
Okay.
is the credible partner who is taking this much
Okay,
of harsh
okay.
decision. This
Mr.
much of
Dinakar,
credible partner taken
do
harsh
give me a moment.
decision. shall be
I'll
considered
open
by
this up to the other
NDA partner.
to the rest of the political panel in just a moment. I just want to ask Shekhar Gupta, does this indicate that Chandrababu Naidu has left a window open, or can he afford to go back on this now because he's made it such an emotional issue?
You can always say that you cannot raise your arm to strike at a bigger power and not do it, because the bigger power now knows that you tried to strike. On the other hand, the way TDP has behaved on this, just sounds like it's a little nakhra. They've thrown a tantrum and they are hoping that BJP will now say, not like this, do something. Maybe they are looking for a gesture, but the half-heartedness of this shows, one, that TDP realizes that they don't really have an option, and second, they think that BJP will be impressed with nakhras or tantrums. I don't think it's going to happen. If they do not go the distance, I think they are catching themselves in the no man's land, which is what has happened now.
Okay, no man's land. That's interesting criticism. Pallam Raju, I know that the Congress has been sort of watching and the opposition has been watching with a fair amount of glee to see one ally after another talking about how it's being mistreated by the BJP. But do you also see this as a half-hearted sort of tantrum in a sense, as Shekhar Gupta has described it by the TDP? Do you think that they'll go the whole hog?
See, first of all, the Congress party has been completely committed towards doing justice to Andhra Pradesh. So what we are unhappy about is this political posturing by the party that is ruling the state, and this absolute lack of conviction on the government, central government, towards delivering what had been promised justly on the floor of the House in 2014. So this is the unhappy state of affairs. We are not bothered about the political posturing that these guys are doing. We are interested in delivering justice to the state of Andhra Pradesh, and that is exactly what the Congress party has been fighting for the last 4 years. Only lately, the two regional parties from the state have woken up, sensing the public mood, and have started posturing themselves. But the unfortunate state of affairs is, the Chief Minister, who's been a coalition partner, if he had the conviction, would have probably fought for it from day one onwards. Why hasn't he done it? And why hasn't he taken an appropriate stand when it comes to, using his MPs and ministers and the central government? Apparently he lacks the guts. And why these half-hearted measures now? Two ministers resigning, it means nothing. If they have the guts, they should be asking his MPs to resign or walk out of the NDA. Both hasn't happened. It's only political posturing. And in the bargain, we are afraid that the interests of the state would be compromised. And I hope we will not end up with that.
Well,
and I hope that the central government also will show.
Can I ask you something else before I take that to the TDP? Which is that, do you believe, as some do, that the BJP could be looking at eyeing a different ally from the region, and that is the YSR Reddy Congress, and are looking at that party instead, although others say it would be very difficult for them to align with the BJP as well, given how emotional an issue Chandrababu Naidu has made this about special status, etc., that any party there would now be very wary of allying with the BJP. Pallam Raju, what's your sense?
See, if there is going to be anybody who is emotional about it, it is the Congress party. Because we awarded the special category to the BJP, status to the state, which hasn't been implemented yet. But, I don't want to get into who is allying with who and, what the intentions of the BJP are. All that we are interested at the moment is that despite whatever coalitions they have, it's important that what has been promised is delivered to the state. And that's all we are interested in.
Can I ask, madam?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Dinakar, and then I'll come to the BJP and the others. Go ahead.
Madam, can I ask one question? Yeah, the same person who murdered a guy, can the person come and ask for justification? This is the Congress which made brutally the bifurcation without having proper assets, without having proper revenue, without fulfilling the needs of the bifurcation promises, just feasibility studies, shall, these kind of words used. Nothing has been done by the Congress, preparatory steps nothing has taken, provisional allotments nothing has been taken. These Congress party is telling words now. How can believe Congress party?
All right, well, you may not, but I'm not actually arguing about what Andhra Pradesh needs and doesn't need. The question we're looking at, okay, Mr. Dinakar, 1 second. The question we're really looking at, and let me ask Anshul Verma, who is a member of parliament of the BJP, that Mr. Verma, are you not worried that one after the other, political posturing or not, the BJP's allies are now publicly getting miffed about some issue or the other? It is the TDP, it is the Shiv Sena, the Akali Dal has said that there is arrogance in the way that they are treated, and there are other smaller players that are saying that they will not be part of the NDA. Is that a cause for concern?
Well, there's no concern at all. We all understand one thing, that at the time of elections, it is, it's a sort of a principle settled now to show fine pair of heels. And we can understand the elections are approaching, but there is no fear such as like, allies are going away. We understand this also. There are demands of the allies, and at the time of election, when the election is approaching, so these demands get a little more pushed up. And Andhra is a sensitive issue and an emotional issue. Instead of talking about special category state, which has been done away by this 14th Pay Commission, Finance Commission report. So it should be the package, special package. Finance Minister himself has stated there won't be any shortcoming in this special package, and he has a sympathetic attitude towards Andhra, and everything has been settled out.
But
Mr. Naidu wanted the payment should be done with through NABARD.
Just sorry to come back to the point about allies. Are you saying that all the allies who have expressed concern about the way that they are treated, that they're all doing political posturing, that they're not serious?
They are serious, madam. They are serious. Everybody needs to put show in their respective states. You are talking about Shiv Sena. Yes, they are our allies, but in politics, when as we see, when the demands grow up and they don't get meted out, this at the time of election it gets a little bit pushed up. So this is the only scenario, nothing much more to concern about.
Actually you've probably really given away the way the BJP sort of looks at this right now. KC Tyagi, let me ask you that why did suddenly the JDU start talking about a special status for Bihar today, which has been mentioned before, but did you see an opportunity to try and put pressure, or does Nitish Kumar really have that clout anymore? Because he seems to be the junior partner now in this alliance.
निधि जी, मैं एक तो पहले ये क्लियर करना चाहता हूँ, ना तो जनता दल यू एंग्री है, ना डिसअपॉइंटेड है जो जेडीयू के बारे में किसी चैनल पर आया है, और अचानक नहीं है कि हम डिमांड कर रहे हैं। 2000 में जब बिहार का डिवीज़न हुआ था, बोकारो स्टील से लेकर जमशेदपुर टाटा स्टील से लेकर के धनबाद से लेकर के कोल माइन से लेकर के कोडरमा से लेकर के सब चीज़ बिहार से चली गई थी। तो तब से ही हमने पहले दिन से ही डिमांड की स्पेशल कैटेगरी देने की, स्पेशल स्टेटस देने की, और हमने 1 करोड़ से ज़्यादा सिग्नेचर के साथ मनमोहन सिंह जी को सौंपा। उसके बाद उन्होंने रघुराम राजन की अध्यक्षता में कमेटी बनाई। उस कमेटी जो रिपोर्ट दी, उसने ये तो माना कि उड़ीसा और बिहार देश के सबसे गरीब राज्य हैं, लेकिन स्पेशल स्टेटस का दर्जा देने से उन्होंने इनकार कर दिया। तो कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी आज ये मॉरल अधिकार इस मांग को मानने का नहीं है, क्योंकि वहीं के शासन काल में ये मांग हमारी रिजेक्ट हुई थी। यूडी जो ये अपना 1969 तक कोई क्राइटेरिया नहीं था, जो चौथा वित्त आयोग बना गार्डिगल फॉर्मूले के तहत 3 राज्यों को समय दिया गया था।
मैं आपको सिर्फ ये पूछ रही हूँ कि आज का दिन क्यों आपको याद आ गया कि ये दोबारा इसकी मांग करनी चाहिए आज के दिन, क्योंकि टीडीपी ने मांग करी है?
नहीं, हमने हमारे जो पुराने अलाई हैं, उन्होंने कहा कि नीतीश कुमार जी को जेडीयू को डिमांड करना चाहिए स्पेशल स्टेटस। तो एक तो जो हमारे मित्र के बेटे हैं, उस समय तक वो अडल्ट नहीं हुए, तेजस्वी यादव, तब से जेडीयू डिमांड कर रहा है। 2000 से हमने दिल्ली में रैली की, प्रधानमंत्री को ज्ञापन दिए, और हम अब भी मानते हैं वी आर इन एनडीए, वी विल कंटिन्यू टू बी इन एनडीए, लेकिन बिहार को स्पेशल कैटेगरी का दर्जा जब तक नहीं मिलता है, उसका पिछड़ापन और गरीबी दूर नहीं हो सकती है। वी आर ऑन रिकॉर्ड ऑन सेइंग दिस।
What do you think, Mr. Tyagi, of the what do you think that today TDP has left the government? You think that they'll stay in the NDA? Don't you think that the breakup of the TDP and the NDA is next? Are you not worried that allies are upset with the BJP?
नहीं, that is also an unfortunate phenomena। कोई भी पार्टी जो एनडीए के अंदर हैं, हम चाहते हैं 2019 तक वो भी रहें, कुछ और नए भी दोस्त जुड़े, वो अच्छी बात होगी। तो एज बीइंग द वेल विशर ऑफ एनडीए, आई फॉर स्मूथ फंक्शनिंग ऑफ द एनडीए। और मैं ये भी चाहता हूँ कि शिवसेना से भी, चूँकि शिवसेना तो सबसे पुरानी अलाई है और आइडियोलॉजिकली शिवसेना बीजेपी के सबसे ज़्यादा करीब है, इसलिए उनसे भी रिश्ते सुधरने चाहिए और टीडीपी को भी बाहर जाने से रोकना चाहिए। और हमने कोई रीथिंकिंग करने का हमारा प्रश्न ही पैदा नहीं होता, हम मजबूती के साथ एनडीए में हैं।